Hey, I'm here with Brady Harris from HALIO, and we want to know all about HALIO and what it's doing in the airport industry. Brady, tell me what HALIO does.
We are saving the planet, one building at a time.
Small goals.
Small goals, little bits. One building at a time. We're implementing electrochromic technology into airport space, among others, to reduce carbon footprint, design towards a net zero, and reduce energy consumption considerably by improving the exterior facade of a building.
Tell me how this technology works.
The technology is a reactive algorithm, if you will. There's a sky camera that's placed on top of a structure. That sky camera takes real-time imaging of weather conditions. The data that's collected in that image is sent through a signal down to the glass, and then a tint process begins in a matter of seconds that brings a glass either from clear to various stages of tint or back again to mitigate solar heat gain and control glare inside of buildings.
And that's really important because when you want a building to stay cool, and you want your passengers to be comfortable, glass plays a big part.
Huge.
Like both in square footage and in theory.
Absolutely. Glass has revolutionized how we live over and over again. It did it with these, it did it with cell phones. This is the next cliff. This is the next milestone for glass in that we can now recover the perimeter of a building without sitting there and baking in the heat, without getting blown out of the building by glare, because we can control it now. We need sunlight to exist. We need sunlight to stay healthy. We need that daylighting in the indoor space. The struggle has been controlling that daylighting, and now we have the solution.
Yeah, natural light is so much better than fluorescent light or any other kind of light, really. You know, and I think about Seattle and their big wall of glass. There's so much opportunity for that.
Interesting you should say Seattle. CTAC is among the projects we've recently won. So we'll be there as a perfect application for HALIO glass.
Absolutely. When you're talking to airports about what you do, what kind of questions do they ask you? What are they curious about when they aren't familiar?
The number one question is what's in it for us? What is the big bang for the buck? And ACI actually did the study back in 2016. At the end of the day, it's about creating a better experience for the traveler. If the traveler and the employees have a great experience, they dwell longer. If you dwell longer, you spend more. I'm guilty of that. If I'm enjoying where I am in the airport, I'm going to stay there and I'm going to have a dessert or another round, or I'll spend more time just in the hospitality areas in general. But it's about creating a better travel experience. And the ACI study in 2016 equates a 1% increase in customer satisfaction to a 1.5% increase in revenue. That's a big correlative. The better we can make the experience for the traveler, everybody wins.
Yes, and I think about the airports that I like to fly into and how they feel and the culture and the sense of place and all those things that go together. Natural light plays a part.
Those of us who spend a lot of time in airports have our favorites. We have those airports we prefer not to visit if we don't have to. And then we have those airports that are kind of in between, no real opinion. It's nice to have a few airports that are a desired destination. If you have a long layover, if you're going to be somewhere for a few hours, it's nice to know that you're going to be comfortable, you're going to be taken care of, and that it's more of a destination than a journey at that point.
What do you think people should know? What do you think airports should know about HALIO?
HALIO is becoming the norm rather than the exception. We're no longer an outlier. We are now an integral part of the success of a new building design. We perform unlike any other, and we deliver an exceptional, unique, and elegant customer experience on the interior of the space.
So when an airport is considering how they want to make renovations, they should look at you early in the game because the way you integrate your glass is very important early stages, right?
It is. We have some late stage success as well, but it's always better to engage with a vendor, if you will, early on in the game. Our position in the market is not to disrupt that process from beginning to end. We want to augment, not disrupt. So the earlier we can be involved and the more in the know we can be, the more we can help and work with and walk with the trade partners along the path so that there's, at the end of the day, a beautiful project that everybody can be proud of that outperforms any building before it.
Bringing joy back to the airport world.
Joy back to the airport world.
Thank you so much, Brady.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.